in addition to the historical and licensing requirements that are different for the professions of social work and addiction counseling, as well as the professional associations, NASW and Council on Social Work Ed compared to NADAC, National Association. In addition to that, those differences, let's say what do the two have in common? What are the commonalities, and what do addiction counselors do and social workers do? We know that social workers are going to encounter individuals who have addictions across a variety of different populations that are traditionally consumers of social work services. That is child welfare, from child welfare to elderly services, everything from fetal alcohol spectrum syndrome at birth to geriatric opioid abuse. And so social workers are going to encounter these people in a variety of different settings, whereas addiction counselors are more apt to encounter their clients in a setting specifically designed for the treatment of addictions. For example, a licensed addiction clinic, halfway houses, substance abuse treatment programs and correctional programs, those convicted of DWI, DUI, driving under the influence, they're going to be funneled into programs specifically run by and treated by addiction counselors. Now, in those programs, you will also find social workers who are duly licensed or specializing in addiction, but primarily the addiction-specific services are populated by licensed addiction counselors, also called certified addiction counselors, credentialed addiction counselors. You'll find it's a bit of alphabet soup out there in the addiction licensing world as it varies from state to state. Social workers, LCSW, LSW, LICSW, always the SW in there for the credential, and practicing in a wider variety of arenas. So do we do the same? Do we meet with the client, look them in the eye, empathize, take a good history, be authentic, provide good clinical services? Yes, both professions do that. Social workers will go on and do longer-term psychotherapy with individuals who have addictive disorders. Social workers are also better trained and credentialed and even allowed by the state to treat individuals with co-occurring underlying mental and nervous conditions such as bipolar disorder, depression, personality disorders in particular. Treatment can take a long time, but social workers are going to be in it more for the long haul than most addiction counselors are. So that's a little bit of the difference between the two, but we all rub elbows out there. There's addiction counselors, there's social workers, you will see psychologists, licensed marriage family therapists. It's kind of alphabet soup out there for credentials, but the just looking at addictions who are looking at social workers who are specializing in addictions, you'll be rubbing elbows more with those who have the addiction credential.